With Star Wars The Clone Wars Season 7 Episode 11, Shattered, releasing on Disney Plus tomorrow, we're once again going to speculate on the penultimate episode of the final ever arc of The Clone Wars. So before we get into it, remember to subscribe to the channel to be notified as soon as I release my massive explainer plus recap video tomorrow, when Clone Wars Season 7 Episode 11 drops. Just like the previous two episodes in this arc, we again received confirmation that the episode will have an extended runtime of 26 minutes. I'm really excited that we're now getting these longer episodes, as Dave Filoni and Sam Witwer, the voice of Maul, have confirmed that they will be stitched together into a film once the arc is complete. The official description for this episode of The Clone Wars, as taken from the official Star Wars website, goes as follows. After successfully capturing Maul on Mandalore, Ahsoka plans to deliver him to the Jedi Council on Coruscant. When Order 66 is declared in the midst of her journey, her world is turned upside down. Friends become foes, and enemies become allies. Right away we get some massive information about the episode. We obviously saw last episode that Maul was captured by Ahsoka after failing to beat her in a duel on top of the Mandalorian royal palace. This description means that we will most likely begin the episode where we left off, on the gunship that Maul is captured upon. We will then likely move on to Ahsoka's ship, where she is transporting the captured former Sith Lord back to the Jedi Temple on Coruscant. I'm willing to bet that on her way back to the temple, Ahsoka will make a hologram communication call to the Jedi Council, which will be her last ever interaction with any other Jedi before Order 66. She will also likely speak to Obi-Wan alone for one last time, where he will probably express his deep concern about Anakin's behaviour and his potential fall to the dark. The next part of the description confirms the event that every fan of the Clone Wars has been dreading since the announcement that brought the show back was made. Order 66 will occur on board Ahsoka's ship at the same time that she is transporting Maul to the Jedi Temple. This definitely confirms the explanation for Maul's escape and appearance in Star Wars Rebels, as he was likely able to escape while all of the chaos of Order 66 was taking place aboard the ship. I'll get more into what happens with Rex in just a bit, because we obviously know that he will be aboard the ship with Ahsoka. Just think about that for a moment, very sad stuff. The final part of the description hints that Ahsoka and Maul will be forced to team up in order to survive and escape Order 66. I think that this will be a very interesting dynamic after Ahsoka initially refused Maul the first time. Just like last week, we got a short teaser trailer clip for tomorrow's episode on the official Star Wars YouTube channel. I just have to say that this clip is both chilling and heartbreaking when you know what is next to come. The clip begins on the Republic cruiser with Ahsoka and Rex walking into the bridge side by side. They are saluted by two clone officers as they walk up to the command post, foreshadowing their betrayal that is soon to come. After this, we can see a shot with Rex and Ahsoka matching Darth Vader and Palpatine at the end of Revenge of the Sith, as they look out of the window of their ship. This likely symbolizes the separate paths that Ahsoka and Anakin took after their final meeting. Following that, the ship jumps to hyperspace with Ahsoka intensely staring into the quickly moving stars. I'm going to go ahead and say that this scene is only seconds before Palpatine triggers Order 66, with Ahsoka possibly sensing a great disturbance in the Force, similarly to Yoda. Rex also asks Ahsoka, "Is something on your mind?" Again foreshadowing the upcoming betrayal of the clones, and also implying that Ahsoka is deeply considering the things that Maul told her on Mandalore. Following that, we get the traditional line about the Jedi not being soldiers and instead being peacekeepers. Ahsoka realizes that from the moment she was brought into the Jedi Order until the moment that she left, she knew nothing but war and fighting. Rex also notes that without the Clone Wars, he would not exist. I think it's great that they are probably going to explore this double-sided nature of the war, and how it both gives the clones a life and a purpose, but also how it destroyed the Jedi Order. To end the clip, we see Ahsoka saluting Rex for his wonderful service to the Republic and to the incredible friendship that they have formed. I don't think Order 66 will be called at this exact moment, as that would be a bit sudden, but it will almost certainly happen only moments after this scene. Next up, I'm going to make a huge prediction and say that Rex does not remove his inhibitor chip before Order 66 is called. I think it's likely that Rex will have the willpower to withstand Order 66 because of the long-standing friendship between himself and Ahsoka, as well as the crucial fact that she is no longer a Jedi. I think his arms may involuntarily pull out the weapon and point it at Ahsoka, but he will stop for a moment and realize that what he is doing is not coming from his own brain. I don't think the other clones on board will have have the willpower or strength necessary to resist Order 66, and will therefore turn on Ahsoka and attempt to kill her. Rex will probably beg his brothers to stop firing their weapons at Ahsoka with tears rushing down his face, but will ultimately not be successful. This is going to hurt a lot, but I unfortunately think that Rex is going to have to shoot down many of his brothers, including Jesse, in order to protect Ahsoka. Following that, I'm also going to shift my prediction from last episode to this episode, which did not end up happening. I think we will very likely see the Night of 1,000 Tears as described by Moff Gideon in The Mandalorian. Based on Moff Gideon's description of the Night of 1,000 Tears, we know that it was an event which took place during the Siege of Mandalore, in which gunships outfitted with E-Web heavy repeating blasters attacked fields occupied by Mandalorian recruits, decimating many of them. Now this is not to be confused with the Great Mandalorian Purge, which is where Moff Gideon most likely obtained the Darksaber. The Great Purge took place during the Imperial era, after Sabine and Bo-Katan's liberation of the planet from Gar Saxon in Star Wars Rebels. The Night of 1,000 Tears is a completely separate event that took place during the Siege of Mandalore. For Moff Gideon to have risen to the rank of Moff at his age, he likely would have been an officer in the Republic Navy similar to Admiral Yularen. I also think we're going to see a small scene where Din Djarin, the Mandalorian, is rescued on whatever planet he is from, but this could be in the final episode and not this one. My bet is that he's from Naboo because of the very similar clothing of the people and the architecture style that resembles Naboo. The images released for this week's episode begin with Ahsoka standing side by side with the 332nd Company troopers and a couple of Bo-Katan's forces. I didn't actually notice this the first time I looked at the image, but if you look carefully you can see that Maul is standing behind Ahsoka, tied up and being held by the Mandalorians. Because of this, the episode probably begins right where we left off last week, just after Maul's capture on the roof of the Mandalorian Royal Palace. Next up, we have a shot of a slightly concerned Ahsoka standing next to Bo-Katan glancing at something. This doesn't look like they are on the Republic cruiser yet, so I'm guessing this is still on the surface of Mandalore. I feel like this will likely be an important moment within the episode, but I'm not sure who it could be. Let me know down in the comments who you think they are looking at. After that, we again get a similar shot with Ahsoka looking concerned once more, with Rex standing behind her. This time I think they are questioning Maul after he has been tied up and restrained. The stern look on Rex's face probably indicates that Maul is telling them about Order 66 again, but they refuse to believe it. If Rex does end up taking out his chip before Order 66, which I think is unlikely at this point, this scene will likely be the reason. Finally, we get a shot of Ursa Wren, mother of Sabine Wren, standing next to Bo-Katan and her night owls. I have to say it's awesome to finally see Ursa Wren in the Clone Wars animation style with her helmet off. Because the trailer with Rex and Ahsoka in hyperspace takes place before this shot, it's very possible that Ursa Wren and Bo-Katan have joined Ahsoka on her ship. If you look closely, you can also see Maul enclosed in a box behind the two, further confirming that they will travel to Coruscant with Ahsoka. Overall, we're definitely going to see Order 66 take place, as well as potentially seeing the escape of Maul. I really hope we see an appearance from Moff Gideon as a Republic officer and a young Din Djarin, as that would be a wonderful way to tie the series together. As I said last week, this is going to be the greatest arc in Clone Wars history, no question. So let me know what you're most excited for down below. Remember to subscribe to the channel to be notified as soon as I drop my Clone Wars Season 7 Episode 11 recap and explainer video as soon as it releases. Thanks so much for watching. Cheers guys.